Yeah.
Hey,
What's up,
hey,
Mike? What's good, bro?
what
Oh
do you
yeah,
want to
yeah, I know
know?
Mike.
What do you
Yeah,
want to
what's
know?
going on, Mike?
What's
I
going
want to know
on?
about deleting. If you would like to delete a broadcast, Mike,
Yes.
if you're on mobile,
Yeah,
laptop,
not
or is
happening.
it
Not
only nope,
laptop. So
lap,
far. So far.
laptop?
Everything's so far. What do you want to know? I can tell you. I
Walk
know a
me
little
through on
bit.
laptop, if you can, on laptop. How would I do that?
Well, you have to go to Walt's broadcast. He did a broadcast and he does it step by step how to do it.
Oh, okay, so go on Walt Whitman's.
Walt Whitman's.
Golly,
Fuck, I gotta
not
use
Walt
that.
Whitman. I mean Walt.
Walt Whitman, how are you, sir?
No, you know what it is.
A-
There's a Walt
and
Whitman
the
streets
and
in
the
the
tequila
area.
drinkers from Brazil are now playing for you one shot because I love you.
So
Oh,
see,
So
this
good.
is actually this is another complaint I have with halves because it sounds like if
Yeah.
somebody put a step-by-step thing together.
mhm.
Here's
Hmm.
my question: why can't you hit a button and then hit delete? There shouldn't need to be step by step how to
It
delete
used
a
to be that
I
broadcast.
way.
agree.
It used to be very
Mhm.
simple to do it, but you got to remember
Yeah,
we're starting on beta again, and this is a basement opportunity. We have started. They're building a whole new platform here. They built
Okay.
the last one. I have a sneaking suspicion they sold the last one. It was freaking amazing.
Oh, it was so
And
good.
now I think they're in the midst of making another amazing one. It's just going to take a while.
yeah.
Copy.
But don't you think? Do you agree with us, Mike? There's some safety concerns with not being able to delete those broadcasts fairly easily. Like if
Well,
somebody accidentally shows
I
an
want to bring
address.
something up that's really scary. Okay,
Yeah.
and I'm not
Uh-oh.
joking. Okay,
Talk to me.
I had to bring a broadcast down, and I'll tell you why. You know how you have the waiting room.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the first days I was on here, I think the second day, went up into a broadcast. It was a female. She had no top on,
Oh, boy.
Thanks
and
for the
she
invite,
did,
Mike.
and she didn't know that she was still in the room.
Bingo. That's what we were just talking about
And I
earlier.
thought in the waiting room, and I thought so. The other day, I can't even remember who it was. Was it True Seeker? It was somebody like that, and they had no freaking clue that they were on air.
Oh, that was Robert. That was we were on, and that was Rich Roberts, I believe. What's his name?
You know what? Yeah, you know what I thought you were going to
But
say.
that's my point. I mean, you
It
got to
was
be
Rob
able to
Bate.
let people
Right.
delete that. I mean, you could show an accidentally a bank account number, an address. You could be a
Mhm.
a nip
I've
slip.
got one that's way worse. You ready?
Yeah, but
Okay.
first, before you go to your next one, Mike, I gotta ask the question that everybody wants to know:
What do you want to know?
how did
It's
tits look?
uh
Oh, boy.
um
Oh, boy.
there was a procedure. So yeah, it's all good. But
We
beyond
covered
that,
it. We covered it.
what I'm more concerned about,
Coach Shaw, boy.
honestly, is the amount of people who've left.
Oh, yeah, it's
So
huge.
I'll give you, and I'm going to give you real numbers. I won't lie to you.
Give it.
So on a normal day, I would get 1,000 views,
Mhm.
and I'd get 200 comments, maybe 200.
Mhm.
Now it's 1,000 comments and 200 views.
Why so many
It's
comments though? Because people are
because they're
bitching about the app.
pissed.
Yeah,
They're
Pissed, can't work
pissed.
it, can't figure
yeah.
this shit out.
Oh, they're like, look, how can I ever look as good as Smoke? Like, and where do I get that mask? That's one of the main ones.
No, I agree. No, I don't get 1,000 views by any means. I mean, I may get
Yeah.
like 2 views, and it's down to one now. Um,
No,
but
you're
yeah,
at 2 today.
Well,
You're
I'll
still
tell
good.
you, having Smoke and I on here, it's going to go through the roof now. You're
that's what I'm
gonna
talking about. I got
three
two
years
famous
from now,
guys.
3 years from now, you're going to have 5,000 views going. This is the most mediocre broadcast since the beginning of time. Why
Oh,
do
yeah.
we have 5,000 views? Now, if we got Randy Horton in here, we'd have
Oh,
a whole new world.
mediocrity games in the
We
building.
are the kings of mediocrity here. Thank you so
So,
much.
Michael, do you use other platforms as well, or just this one?
I
Oh,
wear platforms like Kiss, and
yeah.
I enjoy them. They're good. I'm not wearing makeup as much as I used to. Is that what you mean?
No, but that
The Kiss
answers that question
platforms are
too, because
nice.
that was my next question.
Do
But
they have
Yes, yeah.
fish inside the platforms, or there's the,
Fishnet.
or like the
Black
glitter in the water type of
pantyhose,
thingy.
fishnet, black
Yeah,
So
pantyhose.
what
I'm
brought you to my broadcast tonight? I'm curious.
This man I love, his name's Smoke.
Smoke's
Where
a good.
there's smoke, there's
He's
fire.
good people.
He's the man. I see him. I was like, what the fuck is he doing up? And I thought, oh, I'll go see what he's doing. And then he
And
asked
then
me a
you're like, what the
question.
fuck's he doing in this dude's scope?
No.
Oh, people saw you on my show before, Coach. Like, you know, people have they know we cool.
Caused lots of
You,
controversy.
listen, you got a great broadcasting voice. So
Who, Smoke?
No,
both,
you.
both.
Well, I appreciate that. Smoke really does.
Yeah. Smoke and I shouldn't be friends because I'm super spiritual and he's a shit disturber. But I'm
Yeah.
also a shit
That's why I
disturber.
love Smoke.
Oh,
I'm a
he's
full
a shit.
time shit disturber. You're part time or less than part
Oh,
time.
I get more heat from Smoke than anybody. I get people threatening. You know, someone today said to me, "This is the final straw. I am no longer ever going to talk to you. You clearly have no morals," or something. And I was like, and I know why. The guy's name is Smoke.
Let me expand on that though, and without mentioning, because I saw who said that and everything.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, of
Like
course.
in your
My
mind's
eyes
eye?
always, let me
Like
tell
in
you.
your mind's eye? Is that what you were doing?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually go back to the platform and saw it on the comment section. Comments. But what's so strange about adults, right? Do you remember when we were kids and like say you had a friend and like then you have
Smoke,
another
you're my only friend. That's it. That's all I
and
got,
then
man.
the people will say, "Well, I don't like him. So if you're friends with him, I'm not gonna be your friend because
You know
you're
what?
friends
Welcome,
with
Yeah,
him."
but
That
do you know what
sounds
it
so
welcome to
reminds me of, though?
2021, man.
You know what?
2021. We're talking about like grandmothers. We're talking
No, but you
about
know what it reminds me of, buddy?
grown
Honestly,
folks
it's like you call
like
people
that.
and stuff, and you know what they say? You do it too.
Weird.
You do it too.
So weird.
Are you fucking 5?
Yeah, this is really kiddie
Are
shit.
you 5 fucking years old and I just stole your cookies? Like, stop.
Yes. Like, how could you be friends with somebody like that? I'm not your friend because you're his friend.
I'm too old to be your friend. See, that's the problem too.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
that's what
just,
it is?
yeah, oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh my
I'm the
god.
wrong color. You know, you name
Yeah,
it, they'll find a
wrong
reason.
prescription.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had a beautiful compliment today.
Really?
Beautiful
What was it?
compliment. One of the nicest ones I think I've had since I've been on.
What you
And
got?
someone said, "Michael welcomes everyone.
That's it.
It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what you're into. It doesn't matter what you believe. Michael makes a space for everyone to feel comfortable and happy."
It's
You
good.
know,
It's a good
Hey,
thing.
what's up, Lenny?
But some people don't
Lenny,
like
I'm worried. Listen, I
Lenny.
heard that Milton is smitten and he's serenading you now.
All right.
You're a powerful woman.
Serenade, serenade.
You know, I thought I was your karaoke husband, but you know what? There's no loyalty. Oh well.
Oh no.
Life goes
No.
on,
Not
you
the
know.
karaoke. No.
Yes, the shame, the shame. But you know what? Milton, it was just drawn in like a moth to the what is this? Moth to the flame? Yeah.
Milton Banana?
Yeah.
Banana.
Banana.
Beep 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 beep. Banana.
Michael, what part of the world are you in?
Well, the Palladians star system. Smoke and I go there. You know, we teleport, and our Palladian brothers come and get us, and they always tell us it's going to be okay. You know, don't you worry. There's always going to be those who misunderstand you. I live in Toronto, Canada.
Okay.
But yeah,
In our 51st state.
but Smoke is one of my favorite people, and I will fiercely stand by. And you know what? James is one of my favorite people, and I'm telling you, James has tried everything to get me to stop liking you. And I said, yeah, so you know what I said to him? It's like me trying not to like Tony D.
Tony D's good people. Who doesn't like Tony D?
He's driving me nuts lately. You know what he does
He
now?
is?
Yeah, he's in multiple broadcasts flirting with women. Hey, baby.
I love Tony
He's
D.
a multicaster. But listen, Tony D is now the proclaimed, quote unquote, the multicaster.
Sorry, I'm busy right now. I've got a phone call here with one lady, and I've got a lady on this broadcast here. 1 second, I got one on my tablet, and there's one in the bottle of water, and there's one, and I'm like,
a genie in a bottle.
He's
In a
crazy. He's
Tony's
crazy.
good people. I love
Oh,
Tony.
I
gotta
love
love
Tony
Tony
D.
D, man.
I love Tony D, but he's funny.
Yes.
When
Yes.
I could
I
play
bet he's
music
going
before
nuts
and
with
he would
this
come
new.
up, I would play Cameo Flirt. And he goes, flirt.
I bet
Flirt.
Tony's going nuts with this new app.
No, he's actually rocking. He's rocking it, man. There's
He
no
is?
deterring
He's
him. Nah,
embracing
bro.
change. That's
He's
what everybody
rocking.
should do and stop fucking whining.
He's rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
he's a fighter. He has fun.
The only good change is when you change wives
or girlfriends. I
or
can't.
girlfriends. Yeah.
You are so much more than the lady on your arm, buddy. Trust me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She compliments you.
You know what? Think of yourself as this delicious this delicious cake looking for some icing. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Or little sprinkles or a nice ice cream cone. You just want a few
Yeah,
sprinkles.
you are this delicious cake.
But you are the prize. Don't
Ellen M7, we had the most beautiful broadcast.
Hey,
Hun,
what's up, Ellen?
you almost made me cry. She really did. I almost lost it. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Oh, it's amazing. And
Mike, I think you're right. Like all these people are starting to come in now that I got two famous dudes in here.
Well, what happens is when you're old and sexy, you know what I mean? We're talking about smoke. Just brings them in.
What's up, True Seekers?
Yeah. Brings them in by the dozen.
Bring them in. Listen, if you want real chaos, invite Lenny up.
Oh no!
Lenny
brings calm to it. She doesn't cause chaos. She brings the little calm.
She's a bulldozer. I'm a bulldozer. I know bulldozing. Well, you just do you have a mute button? We don't have that yet. Okay.
We don't have the.
I think Lenny actually may have been in my thing once, or I love
Lenny, but I've had to when they used to have the mute button, I used to have to go, Lenny, I love you. And I would let the person continue because Lenny would get mad, right? and it's like stopping the tide. You can't.
It's impossible. Just take out the surfboard and go for it.
I just want to bring something up though, and then I'm gonna go because I actually have to sleep. So everyone that's out there, this is a brand new day. This is a brand new format. Let's clean the slate of whatever happened in the past. And let's play nice in the sandbox with each other. We have such an incredible community here of people who love each other, and those who don't, we're being civil. This platform right now is blowing up in a different way. I've never seen so many comments.
That sounds boring though, Mike. If there's
a lot of
controversy.
Oh, controversy's good. You know, Prince even wrote about it. So it's all good. Now in 1999, you remember that? You remember the song 1999?
Let's party like it is.
Yeah. There was a line in that song that was always disturbing, and I was a DJ at the time, and the owner of the bar came up to me and went, "Stop playing that song." And I said, "Which one?" He goes, "The one about the bum." And I said, "The one about the bum."
Never listened to the lyrics. What did it say?
What's the line?
And it goes in the long version. It goes, "Mommy, why does everybody have a bum?"
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
And it sent the owner. He almost wanted to fire me.
Really?
Over the bum thing. And you know me, I was a super shit disturber back then. So you know what I did? I went, "Everybody, Mommy, why does everybody want a bum?" And everybody was, and they're all chanting it. All these customers are chanting.
Go.
And he's like,
I like it.
He's like this. What the fuck? But I was crazy then. I didn't care. I had
what
like
time is it up there right now?
It's 2:02.
2 p.m. I
Is
mean,
that in metric system 2:02?
So that's regular time.
That's
regular. If you want time.
If you want Celsius for temperature, it's 2 degrees here. What's it like for you guys? It's November 20th, and Smoke is healing the universe with his message of love. He really is.
It's all
one love,
happiness,
one heart,
with a little controversy.
Let's get together and feel all right. right?
Yes.
One love.
I begged for love today and
Th-
forgiveness, and it was just
yeah,
turned down. Nope, I'm gonna
yeah.
continue to troll you, my friend. I'm like, okay, I'll just
Oh, I
ignore you
thought you
then.
were talking about when you told those two women to work together or leave.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
okay.
that's another story.
Yeah, look, ladies, I'm
They
tired.
came back later with another friend.
Yeah,
Ellen, what's up,
yeah,
M7?
Oh,
yeah.
I got a donation. Oh, you're right. Thanks, True Seekers.
True
Yeah, we
Seeker, I didn't hear any music, by the way, and OBS on this blows chunks.
well, wait, you're doing wait, hold on a second now. Before you go real quick, Mike, I'm sorry, just let me hold you for one more minute.
Yes,
I see that you work
yes,
in the OBS. What's
yes.
working so far for you and what isn't? Just curious.
The OBS, the pictures aren't working. Sometimes
It's fuzzy,
the
right?
photos, like if you're on camera, it's okay. There's no sound. It is ass backward. So I would not use it yet. It will be good. Again, we
Yeah.
have to be patient. But if you want to lose your mind, use OBS right now.
I lost it years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Copy.
But do you agree though? And I understand, and I know you like to stir the pot and have fun and all that. But
We gotta
while we're
cool off.
rebuilding this,
Mhm.
let's tread a little lighter than usual.
I tried, man.
Well,
Mike,
here's the
You
thing, Mike.
I'm the
Like
victim,
this is what
bro.
this
They
is what
love
I've told
this
people
me.
is to your point. If the only issue you have is it's different,
Mhm.
you got to be a little patient with that because again, like you said, nobody likes change. And quite frankly, were you on a Periscope, Mike, or no?
Yes, I was.
Yeah. So if you remember when
Yeah,
Periscope ended, people came to
it was a
Haps.
shit show. It was a shit
Everybody
show.
bitched about Haps then. But now when they changed it, they want the old Haps that they used to bitch about. So nobody
Yeah,
likes change, like you said. But there are some things that, quite frankly,
yeah.
not only need change, but they need change immediately, like being able to delete your scope, like because there's
Legally.
safety concern. Like some of the
Legal.
stuff is just so dumb.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, but you can do that on a computer. You can. It can be
I
done.
don't,
Just check out Walt's.
I
Um,
don't have a computer and I don't have a library card.
no,
You don't know who
no,
No,
else is either.
no,
All the factors
I've
working.
never been on the computer on for
never.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a phone broadcaster, Mike.
I'm a phone guy.
I wanna share a quick story that's true. It'd be
Go
still
for it.
good if it wasn't. But so when I was very young, I think I was 16, and there
Mhm.
was this lady, and she was the psychic, and her daughter was crazy hot, and I was dating her.
Uh-oh.
And she said to me, she goes up to me and she goes, "You know, you're a rat." And I went, "Oh, thank you." And she goes, "And my daughter's a snake. And you know what snakes do to rats? They eat them whole." And I went,
They what?
"They eat them whole,
Yeah,
like in a
snakes
gulp."
swallow rats. Yeah.
And I went, "Okay." And she goes, "You are out of your league. You need to run now. She's going to annihilate you." And she was right. But then she said, "I want to share something else with you." She said, "I see you making your living in front of computers, a whole bunch of them, like different monitors in front of you, and you're going to do this until you die." And I looked at her like she was on crack cocaine before crack cocaine. And because I didn't know how to turn a computer on, I'd never been around a
Oh, you
computer.
didn't even oh, really?
So she told me this when I was 16. Well, when I
That's
was
mm,
16, this is like 1979,
damn.
if I can do math. Yeah. Okay. It is late in the night. So yeah. Um so what I'm saying to you is it might be time to learn a computer, my friend.
I know.
And I think with all the gifts that you've been given, it might be time for you to share them. So, and
I
in
know.
2022 is a new awakening for everybody. And there's a reason that Smoke and I are friends. I think it's to show that no matter how different two people can be, you can always find common ground.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I
And
agree.
I
Well,
th-
you should be able to.
and I think there is a really sweet little nugget in there, you know, in amongst all the mask and the craziness and everything else. I think there is a really decent, kind human being inside there.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm able to see beyond the veil sometimes. So
What's the why behind this though, Mike? Why did they change it? You think they sold the old platform?
yeah, I think they built something amazing, which that was. Someone offered them the money and they took it. And now someone's going to use it or not use it.
Yeah.
But
Let me know when they
and
start using it because I'm gonna go over there also.
go, this seems
Just
very
saying.
familiar to me.
That's
Why
because I know
is
how to
this?
do it.
Why is this? Yes.
I know how to work it already.
Yeah, but the Haps right now reminds me of that song "Fooled Around and Fell in Love." Like this does not feel like Haps at all. I
Nah,
feel like I feel like I'm on a totally different platform. This doesn't even remotely feel like I know that the individuals, but I feel like a jump ship went to another app. That's
Yep.
well, like you said too, I think
dramatically,
so many people have left.
yeah. Well, it's dramatically different. Like
Mm.
it doesn't even remotely resemble what it was. It's different, but but I'm a weirdo, and Smoke knows this. I like change. I
Nothing's
like
wrong with change.
challenge.
Nothing's wrong with that.
I embrace change. Right?
So, Mike, I got to tell you, when you mentioned
Yeah. Hi,
the
Rick.
the lady and her daughter,
Yes.
so that reminds me, is like right before COVID, I met
Mhm.
some buddies out at Eye Candy. It's a bar in Mandalay Bay here in Vegas,
Okay, cool.
and so we just got in there. We ordered our first round of drinks,
Mhm.
and this lady comes up. She's an attractive lady. She's actually
Yeah.
from Texas. She's there celebrating her 68th birthday. And she's like, do you mind if I have a drink with you? And we're
Yeah.
like, no, not at all. So we order her drink. She sits down with us. And like I said, she's very attractive. She's older, like I said, 68, but attractive lady. Next thing you know, we're 7, 8 drinks in. We're drinking shots.
Oh shit.
This lady leans over to me. She's like, hey, have you ever had a mother daughter combo?
Ooh,
And I
yeah.
was like,
Ooh.
no. And she's like, well, do you want to? I have a room here. So I turned to my buddies. I'm like, I'll be back. So, so, so we go up the elevator. We get off the elevator. We get to her room. She opens up the door and she's like, "Mom, are you awake?"
Oh shit.
Oh. Trade
Yeah,
and switch. Trade
yeah,
and switch.
yeah,
Mm.
And
So you
switch.
read the flyer and they upselled
Oh,
you like
he
an
yeah,
read the
age.
flyer,
An
but he
age.
didn't know where the party was gonna be.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, some
Oh
some some
shit.
people would think that was better. There you
yeah. She
go.
was 101 years old.
Depends on
And full
if
and
she could
full
get
of
her out the
fun.
wheelchair or not.
Yeah,
Jesus
I
Christ.
gotta be honest, one of the most
Oh,
beautiful women I've ever met in my entire life. She was
crazy.
this lady, and I think at the time I was 40, and she was 70. And my wife met her too, and I said to my wife, I said, "Is she not like breathtaking?" She goes, "Yes, she is gorgeous." Like, and she was 70. And I think I even said to my wife, I was like, I think the average guy could not say no to that.
Wow.
Like, she was that stunning.
Like she was hot back in the day.
Oh,
Super
no,
hot.
no, currently.
I'm saying,
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
she maintained
I
all
I
throughout the years. Yes,
I
yes.
don't. I
She
don't.
stayed
I
hot.
think she did. I think she had maintenance done.
Yeah, a little plastic here, a little tuck
probably.
here and
Yeah,
there. Yeah, a
but
little
but just
minute.
had star quality. So if you had that scenario, I'd be like, well done. But
Yeah.
yeah, I highly doubt that's what you got.
Well, from the
You're
daughter,
right.
yes. From the mother, uh, Lenny wants to
I
know
love that.
what
I
did you
love
do
that
next,
switch though. That's awesome. Can you
Coachy.
imagine?
She
That's
wants to know
that's.
what happened next. I just said the story's
So
not
what
finished.
happened, buddy? Did you say, "Hey, listen,
Yeah,
I
banged a 101-year-old. It was bucket
yeah,
list.
yeah,
Yeah,
you did, yeah, no, you just said,
I
look,
always wanted to. I
I'm
always
not a
wanted to bang a
quitter."
chick with three
He said,
digits at her age.
I hate quitters. I,
Not a
Yeah,
quitter. And I don't have to see them again,
leave no
ever again.
soldier behind. No, no, that's a different one. Okay, so
Oh boy. You got me pushing buttons in here now. Oh boy.
yeah, yeah.
This
Well,
is
you know what?
so good.
Yeah,
That's a hell of a story, man.
that's awesome. I love it.
I like
You
it. I
should
like
you should write that for Penthouse. What is that? Penthouse letters.
What is
What did they used to call that? The little books that had the stories. I can't remember when I was a kid.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Curious
I'm,
George
because
was the last story I read.
you were definitely curious,
you were
George.
curious, George.
Yeah.
That
Yeah. Yeah.
hey, you want to see what
She was
100-year-old
gonna
like?
team your shrew, that's for sure.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, she may have been in her mid 80s, just in case if her daughter was
Okay,
68, she would have
so
been
the
60 when
lady,
she had a daughter. So she
so
could
the
have
lady that tricked you, how old was she?
68. It was her
60s.
68th
Yeah,
birthday.
60s. Yeah, that's why I was saying her mom could be
But so you
85.
went and her mom was 101, really?
Yeah.
You're not
She was
joking
in
about the
101
101.
or
I
she was
thought,
bullshitting?
No, she's 101.
You didn't check IDs. You just went to work right away.
Yeah, I just went to work, Mike. I figured I had limited time. She could die any moment.
Any moment. Well, you
so
weren't
Yeah.
concerned about
so
heart attack?
the first thing you said was, "Can I be in the will?"
Yeah, exactly.
She said depends on how you work it.
Yeah. I like the way you
Yeah.
work it. Go
Oh,
diggity. And that's
diggity.
what it's
Go
gonna
diggity.
bag it up.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo-wee. That
We is
story made
right.
my night
I would
already.
have been running for the hills, brother.
No, don't be scared, Mike. Don't be scared.
Oh, Robert, be cool, Robert. Robert
No,
is like
she couldn't get pregnant. She couldn't get pregnant.
Remember, he was in the casino. He's been gambling all night prior to that. So the gamble continues. All right.
Right.
We'll leave it at that, Robert.
Well, Robert is very opinionated.
We'll
I've
leave it
noticed
at
that.
that, Robert.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Have you ever been in his
Yeah,
scopes?
he's the gambler, right?
He's
I
the
gotta check. You
twister,
know
is
what?
what he is.
Let me
No,
subscribe to Robert.
but doesn't he like an investor gambler, you know?
Robert, you're one of
Yeah,
those
I
guys. All
mean,
right. I'm
he
subscribing to you,
doesn't
Robert.
have any like winners, but yeah, he invests and he gambles.
As long as
I mean,
you're in it.
every
Doesn't mean you're
stock
gonna
he's
win.
giving out is down like 60%.
They all are now.
Yes.
No, they all are. You know, I remember my dad said that,
Full of.
in November, that's the best time to buy.
Okay.
He said that to me in the summer. He goes, just wait till November, they'll all drop. And I said, why? And he says, everybody's got to pay their taxes, so they dump because they need the cash, so they'll dump. So it's
Okay.
not necessarily the crypto market. And he said it happens every year. It's like clockwork. The Christmas rally.
Rally. Okay.
Well, they got to sell their losses too to outweigh their gains.
So the 68-year-old woman, her daughter was hot.
Who was better in
I
bed?
don't know. I never saw her daughter. I saw her mom.
Yeah, the 68 was the daughter.
Yeah, she was
Like,
the daughter.
68 was the daughter.
Okay, see, I misunderstood the story. I thought
Yeah, when
there
we
was
got
this.
upstairs, when she opened the door, she said,
No,
"Mom, are
no,
you awake?"
no, no. Hear me out. Here's what I thought. I thought there was a hot younger daughter who was like
No.
in her 30s, and she said, "Hey, do you want a mother
No, the
daughter combo?"
68.
And then you went, "Oh, okay. I'll take one for the team if I can have that." And then
Yeah.
he went upstairs, and the hot daughter took off, and the mother was there. Well. Oh
No,
my.
it's just a 68 and 101-year-old. That's it. No 30-year-old. No
So
granddaughter. No
so
granddaughter.
so do you think that was like round 3 of the day? Like this might have been, one of the ruses? Like I'd
They
be
went there just
terrified.
for that, of course.
Like you can tell that's something they played before.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
Well, I
on
mean, how many
repeat.
triple-digit year olds have you slept with? I mean, it was a bucket list.
Are we talking IQ or are we talking age?
Lenny, too
Age.
late.
Oh,
Vegas.
okay.
It's out. It's out already. It's on the internet. It didn't
Right,
stay in
Lenny. What
Vegas.
happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
This is now it's what happens when
That
Hap
reminds
stays
me
on
of
Hap.
Phoebe from Friends. She goes, "If
Hey,
you're
it is
married in
good though.
Vegas, it doesn't. You're only married in Vegas." And they went,
Yeah.
"No," and she went, "Oh dear."
Oh, that's
Oh,
crazy.
dear.
That's so funny. But
Oh my
I've
goodness.
noticed though, there's about 100 people
Mhm.
that are on all the time now, and there's about 500 people I don't see anymore.
On here, yes. It seems like either you rejected it or you just jumped in.
Where do you
You
think
were trying
everybody
to just
went
work
to
it
though?
out.
Which platform do you think they went to?
Oh,
Oh,
who
shoot.
knows? Who knows?
I mean,
That's a
there's so
good
many,
question.
right? Like, I
There's
don't
too
even know
many.
these other ones.
There's too many. But I've said this to Smoke before. At least I think I did. I know I said it to Tony.
Say it again.
Diversify. Have multiple accounts. That this is what's great about apps. Even if you don't like apps,
Yep.
we're building right now because this is on YouTube. This is on Facebook. Um,
Wherever you want it to go.
Yeah. So for myself, and I'll just share a quick story, and I really got to go say I'm like zombified.
Give us
But
another story.
so here's what happened. I really wanted to be something on YouTube. It never happened, but it took me 7 years to get 1,000 followers. So I did that, which I meant I
Wow.
could go live. Then the next 3 years, I got 1,000 followers. But since I've been on Haps, I now have like I think 3,200 followers. So I got 1,200 followers in 300 days here, and
Yeah.
I didn't really do anything.
Yes.
So the momentum of Haps
Mm-hmm.
helped me outside the platform. And if you think about it, we're all getting a free broadcasting degree here. We're
Yep.
all learning.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And
Mike,
we're
let me
learning.
ask you this:
Sure.
before they f this thing up, I had like
Mhm.
1,200 followers. Now I have like 270. What happened to the 1,000 followers?
Maybe
They
they're not
left.
counting all the other platforms, or maybe they're just not re-registered with the new Haps. You think, Mike?
I
I know
don't
that was
know.
Mike's question, but I just felt like jumping
Yeah,
in.
I don't know. It's really possible that 800 of them left.
Damn.
Really?
I think a lot
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
They don't
Now
count
see
Oh
for
no,
engagement
see
anymore.
for
Stevie's probably
Okay.
right. They don't count scope anymore. All right.
Oh, okay.
yeah. So here's the thing. Diversify on everything. So on what's funny is, and I have one Twitter account on here, right? But I have
Okay.
two. So I have one that has 38,000 and I have another one I think has 14,000. And that's not
That's a
even in my
lot.
net.
You're pretty famous for
Boy.
not
And
being
and and
a
that's
hot chick or a movie star.
no, no, and and not the sharpest knife in the drawer. But the
But effective.
Sure, sure, we'll go with that. So between the two, I have 50,000 followers, but I don't even count the other account. So then they bring in your Instagram, they bring your Facebook in, but they don't link in to your LinkedIn. So if they used every one of my platforms and they put it all together, it would be 65,000. But right now, I think I don't know, it's 48 or something. It's in the 40s. But the thing is, if you have 4,000 followers and you have great content, that's far better than some idiot who has 60,000 who like numbers are only part of it.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just that
true.
it's not at one point you could buy 50,000 followers in an
Right.
afternoon. I remember that back
You know what
in a
I've learned
ref
from
I'd
Twitter?
rather make the first round on me.
This is the one thing I've learned from Twitter. Like, it's easy to get that first 9 followers, but after
Mhm.
that, everyone's hard after 9. After your family members follow you,
Oh,
Yeah.
like,
It's an
it's hard to
uphill
get
battle.
followers after that,
It's an
unless you're a
uphill
hot
battle.
chick or
Well,
famous.
yeah, and then you got the 2 that, from Vegas. You got the one, but the one that's 101, you don't know how long she's gonna follow,
Yeah.
right?
yeah. Well,
That might be a
yeah,
limited time.
the
It's a
wheelchair, girl
it's the
without a gas.
limited time engagement on the Twitter there, but, I think my favorite line I've heard recently is it was a senior citizen going, "Are you on the book face?"
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yo. Was that Joe Biden by any chance?
No,
Oh,
I feel bad for
okay.
him. That's so
No,
cruel.
I'm
That's so
sorry.
cruel.
Oh,
That's
you
so
haven't
no,
Yeah,
seen
no,
if
nothing yet.
everybody had
no,
just
Wait
no.
for
seen
the
the Tonight
roast.
Show,
I
we'd,
mean to have him up there. Like I said this, and someone
He
wanted to
volunteered
kill
for it,
me.
man.
No, if you're over 60, I don't think you should run.
No, I don't think so either. I think we
but
should
that's been
start
like every
putting a
president we've
term.
had.
Yes, we should put an age limit on the ability to run for office. So, say if your max term as a president in the United States is 2
Mhm.
terms, which equals 8 years, we should have you out of office before you turn 70. So, I think
I
that
do agree. We need
Personally,
some young blood. Like,
62
And not that I
Personally,
like
I
either.
don't think you can run if it was my decision, and it's not.
Mhm.
If you're 60 and you wanna run, sure. Over that, no. You
Yeah.
can be vice president. Listen,
Mhm.
you age 5 years every year you're in there. Did you see
Obama,
how bad Obama looked? And then when he left, within a year, he looked 5 years younger.
back to normal. Well,
It's
I
a
think he
shitty job.
I think that
And I
happened
think can't
because
you
he
make
didn't
the
do
argument
anything
too
for
that
black
you don't
people.
like
It
that
is
you've kind of
honestly.
outgrown like
So I'm so
the reality too? I mean, things are different when you get older, right? Or it's like as much as I don't like your guy up there, Mike. I
Mhm.
do think we need some young blood down
Oh,
here.
you mean Trudeau? Yeah.
Yeah,
His dad was such a solid dude.
that's what I heard actually.
He was solid dude, but everybody who's somebody says that, Trudeau unfortunately is a figurehead and he's out of his element. Everyone says that. It's
Yeah,
sad.
but at
His
least he's a
dad
young dude.
his dad could go toe to toe to
Yes.
anybody. His dad was brilliant. So what he's done is he looks good. He's like the Bieber of politics,
Alright. What up,
right?
Justin? Mhm.
Yeah, and they love him. Like women, men and women think he's a hot commodity.
Yeah,
Um, but no matter who's in, just know that they are a figurehead.
Yes.
no doubt
That's the
about it.
game. It's just the game.
Yeah, and I remember when I was, I think, in my 40s, and I really didn't know much about politics, and I thought I'm really going to learn this year, and I did. I spent a whole year really learning about politics. After I found out what I found out, I was so fucking jaded. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm a moron."
Mhm.
Like
Can you
like
believe this
this
bullshit? Mhm.
this is all run by banks.
Yeah, I'm falling for this shit show.
I
It's
am
a
an
bad stage
idiot. I
show.
used to think that person had my best interest.
Mm-mm.
And I'm thinking everybody's a figurehead. And the ones that aren't are dangerous. And I
No doubt
fell
about it.
madly in love with Ron Paul. Do you remember Ron Paul,
Yeah,
the libertarian? And
yeah.
I think I'm going to end here with this. And I remember one time they were going, "You're too old to run." So you know what he did? He said, "Hey,
I
I'll bet
walk.
you 10 grand. Let's go do a 25-mile bike race. And every one of you that beats me, I'll give you 10 grand." But with me being so old, why don't you give me 20 grand if I beat you? No one came.
Mhm.
I like that.
Not one soul came. Do you know why? Because they knew they couldn't beat him. They already know that he rode his bike all the time and he was fast, like
He's been
crazy.
riding bike since 10, and he's now 60.
No, but
I'm joking. Mhm.
no, but here's the thing. We place judgments on everything. And the thing that used to drive me crazy is, and whoever loves Trump, thank you. That's nice. But I would always say to myself, of all the choices in the universe, how did we end up with Trump and Biden? Come on. And I see all these people in the
It's
White House,
crazy.
and they're sharper than a knife, and they're brilliant, and they're young lawyers, and this, and I'm like, and these are the guys running the country? How does that work?
It works when you have this goes back to when you started putting people like Ronald Reagan, who was an actor. Think about
Hmm.
history. He was an actor. He was put in office. He followed up with like a Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jesse Ventura. They're taking
Yeah.
popular people and putting them in
Yeah.
office. Now, I'm not saying that these people were not qualified because
Mhm.
I'll be out of my lane saying who's qualified to do that and who's not.
Yeah.
But I think that was with the Ronald Reagan.
Mhm.
That was the beginning of celebrity presidents
Yeah.
and everything. I think Trump won, and I think in hindsight, and it's not gonna turn I don't wanna turn this into a political, show, coachy. I
Sorry,
think that
Coachy.
in hindsight, I think Trump may not have been very bad. We can't look at the individual and what their personal likes and their personal prejudices are. We have to I'll say I'm just saying, Robert, this is my opinion. I do opinion radio, so, I respect my own opinion just like I'll respect yours. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying in hindsight, he didn't appear to be as bad as the media portrayed him to be, in the beginning. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that
No
he was
shit.
a
We
politician. He
tried to
wasn't a
cut liberals
politician.
out for years, but they wouldn't listen.
That's what I'm saying. But he
Now
wasn't.
they're wishing they had him back.
They wishing they
No,
had him
no,
back
but
just because of his tough stance on China
yeah,
and a
but
lot of
smoke,
things.
smoke. Guess
Yes.
what?
Mhm.
Everybody thought it was a joke when
Everybody, I'm sure
you
he
know.
did too.
No, no, no. Hear me out. At the beginning, they all thought it was a joke. It was never going to happen.
Mhm.
And then I remember the
It was
night
real.
that they had the election, and in Canada, and there were all these women like, "We're gonna have our first president." I was like, "I don't think so," and they looked at me like I was a leper, like they wanted to kill me. And then when he started winning, they couldn't even look at me. They were so. I've never had so many people so mad at me, and I said, "Don't underestimate him.
No.
Don't ever underestimate that guy."
No. Nope.
So the rich loved him.
The poor did too, but they just
Well, I know,
downgraded.
but the rich really loved
They
him
didn't know it
because
yet.
he
Yeah.
had policies that benefited them. I remember I would talk to people that I knew that were crazy rich, and I would say, "Who are you voting
Mhm.
for?" And they said, "Well, Trump." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "I love his policies. I think he's an idiot." But
Yeah,
I he
but it's
said,
about the policy.
but what he stands for, it's going to make sure that my wallet is got more money in it." And
And Gilreal's right too. I mean,
That's what
say
I'm
what
all
you want
about.
about it.
Give me that
Say he's
money.
arrogant. Say this, but he really did
He
love
loved
America.
America, opposed to some of these. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not gonna read the quote.
but
I don't
ninety
wanna
percent
offend
And
of what
Joe
he
doesn't even
said,
know where America is.
Joe was still asleep.
no, but Sleepy Joey used to call him, right? But
No, we call him Sleepier Joe now.
But, everything Trump said,
Came to
right, of
fruition.
what was gonna happen after,
Came to
it's pretty
fruition.
close to script to what he was saying.
Everything from Fauci to
Yep.
Sleepy Joe. Everything, like I said, in
Yeah.
hindsight,
So
we
we so
see.
yeah, but I was talking about how I love Ron Paul, right?
Mhm.
And Rand Paul has basically totally done a job, like, just annihilated him in court. Fauci, am I saying that right, Fauci? Is that right, or am I saying
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slouchy Fauci.
Well,
Well,
you
actually,
could tell
Mike, let me
he
correct
got
you.
his
It's
hand in the cookie jar. You could
they
tell.
call him Fauci A up north of the border.
Yeah, but again, he is a figurehead.
Yep,
And don't think for a second that every country doesn't do this, where
they do.
they're saying that we're able to heighten weather now. So, and let me explain what I mean by that. If you know a storm's coming and
Mhm.
you put a certain amount of chemicals in it, you can
Yep.
take it from a bad storm to a brutal storm.
Don't they use
And
the
you
HAARP
can't.
device for that in Canada? Sorry for cutting you off, Mike. That
Go ahead.
they
What was that?
Are you familiar with the HAARP device in
Yeah, I
Canada?
don't know. I don't know if that's real, but I know
Okay.
that I know there's technologies out there that are way beyond my little brain that are, and we are going to see stuff happen in the next 10 years that'll make your head spin.
Well, here's the bad thing too, Mike. I'll leave you with this. So,
Sure.
Trump got so beat up for the wall, right?
Mhm.
Hmm.
But
We need
what
it.
people forget,
Yeah.
there's history there, right? Think of this for a second, Mike. Nobody ever thinks of this.
Sure.
Think of the Great Wall of China.
Mhm.
Hmm.
How many Mexicans have you seen in China since that was built?
0.
All right. I'm gonna end it with this. You guys ever have you ever heard of George Clinton?
Atomic
He was in
power.
Funkadelic Parliament.
Parliament Funkadelic, correct.
Yeah, yeah. Back in the day, Bootsy Collins with him, and I'm going to
Mhm.
leave you with this wisdom. He said this. He wrote it in a song. He said, "Free your mind, and your ass will follow." Take care.
All right,
Peace.
Mike. Thanks for popping in, man.
Good night, Mike. Thanks for
I
joining us.
and oh, one more. I love this one. You
Give
ready?
me one more.
I love this one. I was like, assholes are very much like opinions. Everybody has one.
Everybody has one. That's right.
Yes, and I've been called an asshole for my opinion. Thanks for joining us, Mike.